Hello, Scorpios. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do a weekly eclipse, full moon, everything. Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try to make something fit if it doesn't feel right. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Okay, so the lunar eclipse and the full moon, oh my goodness, on the 5th is causing chaos. I mean, as a Scorpio, you're very comfortable with change and transformation. That is the biggest theme for this. It's about change, and it's about being willing to let everything go that does not, that's done, that needs to be let go of. Anything that you've been working towards for the past 2 years that you haven't seen any progress with, any belief systems that are holding you back, like it's just let go, let go, let go, let go. Also with the Pluto retrograde starting, because it's Pluto, you're going to feel it because Pluto is Scorpio, right? This particular retrograde is all about like a shift in power. So be very mindful of your own energy, your own power, where you're giving your power away, where you're exerting like maybe too much power. Be very mindful of power struggles right now, and do whatever you can to not involve yourself in any kind of overly competitive energy, any kind of, power struggles, any kind of ego battles with people. Like, that's the last thing you need to be wasting your energy on right now. Let's see what messages are wanting to come through for you. Whew, okay, there's a lot. First and foremost, when it comes to what you give to others, how you are helpful to others, how you are of service to other people, the work that you do, even how you give of yourself in your relationships, in your connections, in your friendships. I feel like it's a good time to reevaluate the balance in that. Like, it could be that you're giving help and assistance to people that maybe don't want it, or that aren't really accepting it, that like you're doing all the work, or you're the type of person that feels like if you get everybody else taken care of and situated and fixed, that then you can shift the focus to yourself, but you need to do you first. Also be mindful of like any connections that you have that you just have a tendency to maybe let that person take over, and let that person's guidance and insight and goals be more important than your own. Like I feel like there's some kind of imbalance with the service to other people, you're giving to other people, and what you're getting in return. Like there's some kind of discrepancy in that. It's like you're manifesting for other people, but you're not manifesting for yourself. And I feel like this is not just showing up in one particular relationship. I feel like this is being reflected in a bunch of different relationships that you have, and I feel like it's not showing up the same. Like there's some relationships that you don't have enough boundaries in, but there's other relationships that you have too much boundaries up. There's some relationships that you completely dive in and give your all, and there's other relationships that you don't give enough. I feel like it's also important to acknowledge what you're taking responsibility for right now, and how much responsibility is really yours to take on. And take responsibility for the things that you can control. Let's see. I also want to say, like, be mindful of the people or the situations that you're trying to offer assistance to right now. Because it's like you don't want to get yourself involved in somebody else's karma. Or the way that somebody needs to learn is by dealing with it themselves, or dealing with it in their own, like they need to see it for themselves. You can, what's that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And also this message might be for one or two people. The trauma that you're working so hard to heal, the issues that you're working so hard to fight through, is in some way going to help you with your career moving forward. Like you have the ability to turn something painful into something profitable. I know that really sounds kind of disturbing, doesn't it? I wish I could think of a better way to word it. The pain and suffering you've been through is going to ultimately be your biggest strength, and something that you somehow managed to benefit from. Ooh. You know, I thought of this the other day. Um, we have a tendency to really like dive in and do all this stuff and ask all these questions to get to know people, right? Um, we're Scorpios, right? We probably investigate every aspect of a person before before we talk to them, right? We want to know everything. We really dig deep into everything. We ask a lot of questions. We pay a lot of attention. Um, but the best way to really see who's loyal to you, who's good for you, who's a match to your energy, is to kind of just take a step back and be kind of a neutral observer. Pay attention to the people who are celebrating you when you're doing well. Pay attention to the people that show up for you. When you take a step back and really watch how people react to you and react to their environment, not just in a way that is reflective of what you're trying to build with that person. You can really tell a lot by a person by just kind of taking a step back. Does that make sense? I don't know why I suddenly can't word this. Like, I always have all these, like, it always makes so much sense until I go to get it out and I can't word it right. Somebody being completely up your ass 24/7 is not really the person that's going to be loyal to you, in all honesty, right? Somebody that needs your attention 24/7 is probably the person that you need to worry about, as opposed to the person that respects you enough to give you space, you know? I do feel too that you've been able to move away from or detach yourself from something heavy. You've been able to let go and kind of put yourself in this new space. It's like just being in the right place at the right time. But it's like, pay attention to what's showing up. Pay attention to what is being presented to you, instead of looking for certain specific things to show up. Let me see. oddly enough, I feel like you have the opening and the opportunity to manifest or move closer to the relationship that you're wanting. But I kind of feel like there's some weird power struggle going on within this, or it's like the way it's showing up for you, it's not in the way that you're anticipating it. You're not feeling as comfortable with taking action as you would like. You're not wanting to really fight for something. You're not really wanting to put a lot of effort into something that you feel like in the past has gotten you hurt. You're questioning if you're ready, but you're more than ready. You're looking for something to show up for you in a very specific way, and it's not going to show up for you that way. You're it needs to be more, it's like you need to follow the inspiration, follow the energy. You need to step forward and let what you're wanting catch up, or you're waiting for an offer, but you don't need to wait for the offer. You just need to go. You just need to move forward. You just need to surrender and trust that you're on the right path. You're not going to get the validation, or it's not showing up in the way that you think it's supposed to show up. You're anticipating conflict. You're anticipating the way you're looking at it. You're already anticipating that you're not going to be able to do it. if you're waiting for the right time, or waiting to be comfortable, or waiting till you feel the utmost confidence, I don't feel like that's going to work. Tell me a little bit more. What is your energy in this? You're ready. You're ready for change. You're ready for transformation. It's like you're standing on this. It's like you're standing there preparing to take that step forward. You've let go of something. You've walked away from something. You've taken control of something. But you're still waiting for... It's like you've let go of something, but you're still waiting for it to show up. You're going through all this transformation, you're going through all this healing, but you're not seeing the value in what you've learned. You're not seeing the value of what you've let go of, or your ability to manifest better. It's like you said you're done, you're ready, but you're still waiting for the same thing to happen. It's like you're supposed to be following your instincts, following your passion, following the energy, following the feeling. But you're waiting for it to be presented to you. But if you wait for it to be presented to you, then you end up trying to juggle it and fit it in. It's like, go ahead and do what you need to do, so you're not trying to adjust to the energy. You need to be going after what you want instead of waiting for what you want to come to you. You need to be creating the life you want instead of trying to prepare for what's coming. I also kind of feel like this too, for some of you, you've closed out a relationship and you've kind of said, I'm not going to accept this person unless they show back ABC and do this, this, and this. And I feel like you're not because you're looking for it to be an A, B, and C order, you're not seeing the value of what is being offered to you. I'm not saying that you have to accept bullshit from somebody, but it's like, just because it doesn't look like this doesn't mean that there's not value to what is being shown to you or what is being presented to you. I don't mean that you have to accept it. Just look deeper into it. You need to be like mentally cleared of the past. Oh, okay. Tell me a little bit more what's showing up for you. Yeah, it's like there's an opportunity showing up for you. There's a new beginning showing up for you. It's just not in the way that you think it's supposed to look like. You're not comfortable with this. You're looking to be comfortable. You're not really wanting to deal with any kind of conflict. But the discomfort that you're feeling is more within your mental state and how you're looking at it. What's being shown to you is different. Does that make sense? And I'm not trying to encourage you to like go back to a toxic relationship. Like I don't think it's like that. But you're asking for something, you're asking to manifest something, and it's showing up. It's just not showing up in the totality that you anticipate that it should. And so you're feeling like, I don't feel comfortable, it's not time, I shouldn't accept this, I shouldn't go. But I feel like that's where you're supposed to dive in. Like, be okay with feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. And keep your focus on manifesting what you want. Let go of that mentality that you're not going to be able to have what you want. I also feel like this, the reason that it didn't, that the connections that you've had didn't work out in the past is because I think the level of responsibility that you took on in a relationship. I feel like in the past you've taken on every single bit of responsibility, not only for your happiness, but that person's happiness, that person's contentment. And so you've had this level of perfection that you feel that you need to get to. You don't have to have this big everything in order to step in. You don't have to give everything. You don't have to. You can meet the person halfway. And I feel like that's what's kind of coming towards you. It's like the opportunity to kind of go in halfway. You don't have to step all in. You don't have to help that person, right? You just have to kind of focus on what you're wanting to create. All right, I know that was a lot. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope it resonated. I know it was a lot. More than anything, let go of preparing to have your heart broken. Let go of preparing for a loss. Because that's not where you're at. That's not what you're manifesting. All right. Let me know. Or, yeah. Have a good week. Bye-bye.